So I would argue that basically the web is really the most important medium today. And there's no and, or, but. It's the most important medium today. Let's look at the state of our business today. If you're any kind of a content owner, today libraries and archives are competing with Google. Why? Because young students, young kids today are far more likely to find information on Google than going to a library and archive, right? If you're a music label, we all know that story, right? You're competing with Yahoo Music, Rhapsody, iTunes, MySpace, film studios. You have Netflix and a variety of new offerings, IMDb. And if you're a broadcaster, you're competing with YouTube type of offerings. And you know the success of Craigslist pulled the rug out of right underneath most of the newspapers, right? So basically, we're really looking at a content business competing with context business. And the overall picture is this. Traditional content business is stagnant. Well, the web business is already a big business because you look at the companies I mentioned, their revenue, their earning margins, and their market cap can rival any established content business already today. So there's no argument it's a big business. And it's growing, it's almost unstoppable, and it's accelerating into our core business, into media business. That's the way it is. People actually spend more time with media today than before, but they're spending less with broadcast TV, with movie theaters, going to music stores, and a lot more with web and counting, right? So basically, that's the bad news. So what's the good news? The good news is this context business succeeded in the ways in which that is on the web and is available for everyone. That include us. That include the traditional content business. So you can really succeed, and you must succeed on the web, or you become obsolete. But through the managed web, through the various tools that I'm going to go through, that you can and you must harness the power of the web the same way as context businesses have succeeded. So just a quick summary about what the managed web means and how it helps you to manage your businesses on the web. There's a list of to start with. Off the bat, web serve your content. Embrace that and serve it to as many web communities as possible. Don't lock it in. Having a web window itself is not helpful, and it's far from enough. Using social network filters. Build open contents, open community, and open tools. Not just contents, but tools. Aggregate highly relevant ads. Google's big money is in the millions and millions of small ads when you do search, not in the big ads. Right? Embrace this established business models on the web, which is already proven scalability and sustainability. Most importantly, manage your web context. And now that's more facing outward out there. Even internally, you can manage your staff, your enterprise by creating virtual enterprises, virtual creative communities, and you can manage your workflow across the web. So let's take a quick look at some of these aspects. The context business, we're ahead of the right? But there are many other aspects that are greenfield, so they are equally available to anyone, traditional business and new ones. And there are certain aspects that actually traditional content business can have a serious advantage over the pure context, pure play businesses. Let's look at all these aspects: distribution, marketing, aggregation, production, and workflow. So what does distribution mean today? Today, if you distribute a content, that means just putting on a web page. That's what it is. It's before distribution channels are limited, air signals, radio waves, the limitation of the space of a library, a shelf space for music stores. Look, the largest music stores in the world host up to 60,000 soundtracks. And I guess most of you know how many soundtracks on Rhapsody and iTunes, right? 3 million soundtracks, 50 times of the largest music stores in the world. So the next, much more importantly, how do you market the content? Today, the market is the web. It's not a nice to have. It's not a tag-along thing. It's not just a small emerging thing. It's the market. And the way this market, you can market your content into this market is social network filtering. Let's take a few examples. First of all, to see how distribution is done and how they're harnessing the context. So basically today, instead of reading a newspaper about movie listing or TV listing and plan your time around the TV showing time and put up with the ad, or planning a time and location for a movie theater or music store, you go to either a generic or specialized website. You know, Google is one of them, of course. So we'll take any example. Say MASH was hit for those of you who are not Americans, this is a TV series in the 1970s about the Vietnam War. And here you find almost 2 million returns of results, but you see the first 5, 6, 10 are highly relevant. It shows you where you find the specialized site, you know, various ways to have e-commerce, buying DVD right away, and even seeing it instant gratification, right? So the same thing, you go to Amazon, you know, you find a slightly different version of this. You find all sorts of merchandise. You start to have further social filtering in the sense that they give lists. You know, you see on the left of the screen, there's a lot of lists. And we can go through other sites very quickly. So the eBay is the same thing. There's over 1/3 of a million individual or small businesses are trading. There's nearly 800 about MASH right there. And what does the distribution mean beyond just finding the catalog and the information? Distribution mean, let's look at IMDb. Again, today distribution is just putting something on a web page, right? Here you can find all sorts of production informations and trivia and so on. And then if you want to see it, you can see it right away. By just click Watch Now. And that's it. Well, in this case, I think there's advertisement shown first. So let's forget that. Let's not see any advertisement. Let's go to Watch Now sites. This started Netflix only a couple of months ago, but there's a dozen this kind of sites. Let's search this specialized DVD sites. Let's search for MASH here, and you will see all the episodes of all seasons are available for DVD to be delivered to your home. And there's Watch Now, one of them. You see, these are all the seasons. And if you want to watch it now, just press play. And that's it. So that's what distribution is today. And of course, those are legal copies. On YouTube, you can see anything, but most likely it's illegally uploaded and varying quality. But it's there. It's right there. You may not want to go through all the trouble of getting to a library to find this. So now, what does all this mean for enterprise? For enterprise, we need all sorts of bells and whistles in the back end, for the front, access control, and all of that. We don't have to watch an episode of MASH. So this is something you may want all your content. This is a VFinity engine, but you want all type of contents, documents, music, videos, and all of that in one single place. And you want to be able to handle all kinds of enterprise metadata. This is something I'll drill into a little further when we come to how to manage your web contacts. You can see here the movie is a tag of this. This is a Emmy interview with Alan Alda, the star of MASH. And this is available on Google, but all the other functions we'll get into is not available on Google. That's how you use the managed web, not a jungle out there, but to take that power in-house. So now let's look at marketing, how tastes are made today.